Today we will be building the Ultimate Warrior. I rolled an awesome talent, but first let me walk you through my account and let you know where I'm at. I got a 9-star Evolve Lad Dracula, level 162, almost level 163 with an 8 Bulwark, and his blood bank was at 8 of 10, which definitely needs to come up. Inscription is just sitting at Revive since I have been grinding Insane Dungeons, where I'm at Insane Dungeon 2. Have not done videos on Insane Dungeon 1, just released my video on on Expert Dungeon 8. And Pumpkin Duke right here is level 160. He's evolved with a Revitalized 5. I am extremely glad I did not change that to Berserk 5 back when I rolled a Berserk 5. Instead, I placed that Berserk 5 on a backup Pumpkin Duke. This is at a Celebrate of 9, Inscription Revive. Again, I'm grinding dungeons. And then I have a Santa Boom that's evolved, level 160, 9-star. And he has a set of Revive on him as well, simply because, again, grinding. I did finally remove that Revitalize, changed it to Enlighten, and this is the hero. Whenever I had a quest to reroll talents, I would do it, and boom, on a quest, I got this guy right here, Life Drain 5, and I just almost popped it on Santa Boom without thinking, simply because he is my best hero with the weakest talent combination. So in terms of my best heroes, he's got the weakest talent, but you should always restrain from making a knee-jerk reaction in this game. Instead, you should slow down, really slow down, and think about where that life drain can be better placed. Obviously, the best talent for Santa Boom and Vlad Dracula is War God. I would make the case that it's Bulwark for Vlad Dracula simply because when you increase his max hit point in battle, if you have Life Drain as a second talent, then Bulwark is a little bit better than War God. You almost never would have Life Drain on Santa Boom if you did put him with his best talent. His best talent is War God. There's not very many people that dispute this, okay? Pumpkin Duke, now one could argue there's two best talents, Revitalize 5 or Berserk 5. I would argue that it is now clearly Revitalize simply because of an artifact which gives him Berserk, which is the Blitz Scroll, which I currently have level 3, which increases his attack speed by 20% in battle, which means it starts him out at 800. And I think that Blitz Scroll doesn't fully replace Berserk, but I think that a Blitz Scroll with a Revitalize 5 is more powerful than a Berserk 8 with something other than Blitz Scroll. Now, I haven't seen much data on a Blitz Scroll being leveled up with a Berserk being leveled up. I think you're hitting the 200 MS speed cap right away, so I don't think Blitz Scroll with Berserk makes sense. So that's where I make the proclamation that Revitalize 5 is now the best talent for Pumpkin Duke, assuming then that you have Blitz Scroll leveled up pretty high. I think that that's overall in terms of just an all-around strong game player. Now, except for Here Be Monsters. Okay, that makes a weak Here Be Monsters Pumpkin Duke. I will admit that, but I will say in all other super important game modes like Insane Dungeon Farming, even in Arena, and in all player versus player game modes, your Revitalize 5 is going to be a little bit stronger. So that brings me to, well, what am I going to do with my Life Drain? Do I just pop it on Santa Boom? And the answer is no. I am not putting it on Santa Boom. The best talent for him is War God. 5 or 4, ideally 5, but those are tricky to roll, obviously. I do have a War God on. The only time I've ever rolled a 5 War God was when I was just doing like a roll just to get something that was really terrible off Ninja. And so I got a War God 5 Ninja, but this was before the game where you could move talents around. Now I think I do have another War God 5 on something that just is back in the altar somewhere, and also here on Snowzilla. So again, those were rolled onto these characters before you could move them around. Remember, that was a game up mode, a game feature that you couldn't do. You had to be on a specific hero. You would change the talent on it, and you could not move it around. There was no ability to do that. So in my research for finding where to go, I went to the PD Gamers website. So if you go to the PD Gamers, www.pdgamers.com, there's a great website there that has a bunch of interesting information on Castle Clash, which is very, very good. I don't know who runs this. I don't know who, has put together this information. But if you go to the talent selection, right here, Advanced Strategy Talent Selection, and kind of scroll down, you can go through each hero, and each hero it puts, in my opinion, what is collectively the best information on talents, probably in print in any guide form. And if someone's aware of a different, maybe better guide, let me know. But really the best spot to start is, now it's only updated through Dread Drake, and then right at the bottom is this talent priority box, and it basically says that this is a rough guide of where you should be planning to put powerful talents if you roll them. Now here's the really problem. A lot of people compare, well, I got a Revitalize 5 or I got a, let's say, a Life Drain 5. The problem is, when you roll a Revitalize 5, there's a lot of heroes that you got to place that on first. Ares first, then Warlock, then Cupid. I mean, I would argue Pumpkin Duke is a little bit higher just because of the artifacts that are now in play, that Blitz Scroll specifically. And then if you roll a Revitalize 4, but now let's come down to, so War God. The best heroes for War God are Santa Boom, Dread Drake, or Vlad. There is almost no argument to this. This is, now I might argue against Dread Drake, but Santa Boom and Vlad Dracula, you gotta go there first. Okay, you got it. Santa Boom is more important to have this on than Vlad Dracula. That is for certain. He just gets more out of it. So, anyways, so then Bulwark, it's Destroyer or Mechanica, Vlad Dracula or Death Knight. So I went with Vlad Dracula there because I just felt that I really wanted War God on Santa Boom. So when I drew this Life Drain 5, I was like, well, I have no idea. I guess Santa Boom, but no, that's going to get overwritten because Santa Boom should probably be War God. Not probably, should be War God, without a doubt. Okay, and so I got to the Skull Knight or Multanica, and that just made me mad when I read this. Skull Knight or Multanica. I have these heroes. I cannot evolve my Skull Knight, nor can I evolve my Multanica. But it just made me mad because these are heroes I don't use. I did roll a Skull Knight. I've leveled him to 140. I have not used him very much. What should I do? Should I really, quote, waste Life Drain on it? And long story short, after extensive research, it is not a waste. The game mode that I am the weakest in by far is player versus player. And there's a really good couple of posts on Reddit, this Castle Clash Reddit site that I just found recently. And it's basically saying Life Drain is superior for Here Be Monster for Skull Knight. It's also in most player versus player game modes. The discussion here is mainly on, is Life Drain 5 better or is Revitalize 5 better? And you know, that's where there comes to be a lot of debate. The problem is, it's definitely better than what's on my Skull Knight because I don't have either. A lot of people have actually changed a Revitalize 5 Skull Knight to a Life Drain 5 because they were losing a lot of one-on-one battles here. And so this post starts talking about, well, is he good? You know, it's different how you look at it. If you think of, do you want a talent that makes him good one-on-one versus one-on-20? And if it's one-on-20, then you're going to want to have Life Drain. So meaning, Here Be Monsters types of game modes, or him running against a lane in arena where there's 5 heroes, what's better? Life Drain's better here. So, and there's just a lot, you know, okay, you roll a 5 of 8 Life Drain, who should it go to? And now this is more of a specific post. It's pretty funny when you come to compare these really good responses compared to the IGG ones where it's pretty hilarious. Who should get it? I got this, who should get it? And basically you could wait for Skull Knight. I mean, this is a post saying, it's so good on Skull Knight, wait for Skull Knight. Here, let's go here. This is an interesting post here where it says, I got a 10 of 10 Multanica. Should I put a 5 of 5 Revite on it or a 8 of 8 Life Drain? And you know, it is obviously very strong on Multanica. It's really strong, makes him a really strong player versus player. The problem is I don't really use my Multanica on lots of game modes, and so I don't really want to put Life Drain on it. But then again, I don't use Skull Knight in lots of game modes, but maybe that's simply because I haven't spent a lot of time on him because my account's been so behind. And it's pretty funny, you come then to the IGG sites and it's almost, and there's quite a few posts that said put it on Druid or put it on Immortep or something, and it's like, oh my god, these Reddit posts are way, way, way better than that. Long story short here, when I come back into my account and show you something, you'll understand here why I'm not putting it on Multanica. That's because the only real use I use for Multanica, apart from sometimes in dungeons, and maybe in Here Be Monsters, is he's got Scatter already. That's already player. Nothing can beat this hero. Essentially, nothing can beat this hero in certain game modes right now. So if I put a Life Drain on it, it's like quote, winning more Win more. It doesn't matter. If you win, you win. So there's no reason to win more. That's an old Magic the Gathering concept from Mike, I think it was Mike Flores or someone. I'm dating myself. Anyways, long story short, I already have a decent, I don't want to change that. Having a Scatter 5 Multanica isn't ideal. Again, I rolled that when I couldn't swap it. Having a Scatter 5 Skull Knight would be pretty interesting. I'm not going to lie on that one. That sounds pretty awesome. But for sure, without a doubt, I can confidently say that this Life Drain 5 of 8 belongs on this Skull Knight level 8. I can say that without a doubt. And yes, I'm going to do it. And that's it. It's done. I don't think I'm going to bring it all the way up to 8 of 8, simply because I need to do, you know, I have other priorities. But let's just see how... Okay, now you guys are always telling me I always do short videos. Let's make this a longer video. The problem is, when I go back and look at all my analytics on YouTube and stuff, it looks like most people drop off about 8 minutes in. So I sort of think to myself, well, maybe then I should do a short videos. But you're right, 3 minutes is maybe a little too short. Okay, here's the problem, guys. Look at this. After grinding up to like rank 5, 4, 5, 3,000, maybe one top 1,000, like by the next time I get to arena, I'm going to be at like rank 20,000 or 14,000 like I currently am. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is now I'm going to pull in. Oh no, I got to reset. So I'm on BlueStacks right now, so I couldn't actually. I got to reset my settings here for this. So I gotta change some of these heroes all around. Who should I go with? Druid. Clicking is no fun. Do I have more? Okay. I don't know if that was the ideal. Let's see if I can't get this win. I do have a pretty big might advantage over Nahurdy here, so I should be okay. But if my Santa Boom procs, we should be good. And that's a Santa Boom with a, you know, not a very good talent. Enlighten. Oh yeah, look at that. Smoked him. I gotta edit my team here. Oops. Let's take everyone out, because that's like, whoa, why do I have so many? So I'm gonna go Pumpkin Duke, Cupid. I'm just gonna go grab Skull Knight real quick so I don't forget. Level 140. He's kind of way down there, you see. Santa Boom. Sometimes. So the only ones. Yeah. Sometimes I use Minotaur, so I'm gonna just pop him in right there, and then I can go back and challenge this guy with his big Multanica right here. And then I'm just going to go Skull Knight here. Okay, that's my team. Now, let's just look at this Skull Knight. I'm going to zoom in a little bit. I don't know. I don't know if he should not be able to survive that. Well, 4,000, 4,000, 4,000. So he's healing 4,000. Did that give me enough time to smoke through this line? Huh. I'll take that. Alright. So he heals for about 4,000 there. I need to get his hit points up, obviously. But that was pretty impressive. I mean, what are we talking here? We're talking like a level. Here he is, head-to-head again. Nice, one-on-one. Not quite one-on-one. He runs ahead there. And then does he proc here? Is he going to die? He can't swing 99999999999. Oh my dear lord, he is invincible. 999222222. So when he's buffed up, he popped up to 9. Holy cow, that was pretty crazy, actually. I can see. I am so glad I did not put this on. I mean, it would not have helped Santa if you think about it. It's got to help. You got to put Life Drain on heroes that can. Oh, look at this. I shouldn't win that. That's an Evolved Skull Knight. I should not win that. Oh my god. Oh, he's got Life Drain on him too. Oh my god, I'm still alive. Okay, his Vlad Dracula smoked me there. Okay, his Vlad destroyed me there, but I was, yeah, well, his Skull Knight was pretty tough. I don't like that one. Let's just go here. I want to see what happens if I don't hit someone. Here's finally not hitting anyone, so obviously I'm not going to get any benefit out of Life Drain, but it is sometimes fun to watch him. Now, he doesn't have that Revitalize here, so he's going to be weaker against the Crystal. And then I'm getting stunned now. I'll probably get stunned one more time. He's starting to take down my Crystal. And go, come on, get in there. Get in there. Oh, he's got too much momentum on my thing there. But, I mean, this did show, a couple of these matches did show some awesomeness. Again, I'm not super good at Lost Battlefield. I mean, I'm way behind here. And I think I didn't run it one day because I had basketball, coaching a basketball team. So let's see here. Oh, I was going to make that first, though. Well, hopefully this guy smokes me in one of these first two. Vlad Dracula pops. That means it's normally game over. There's no evolved Vlad on the other side there, so that's a win. And no evolved heroes here. This will probably be a win. I don't even need the gimmick of Moltanica there. Oh, he did get Ares though. It's always tricky on the Ares accounts. Did I get that? Oh no, he got me. I didn't see his Ares there, so that was his Ares lineup. Okay, good. Now we'll see Skull Knight. I'm probably going to be going against his weakest line too. It's actually kind of similar. Uses Scatter, Snow. Hey, he uses Snowzilla too. Now let's see him here. How's he doing? He's not living because he's not swinging because he's stunned. Alright, so he dies, pops back up. Love you, Revive 5. And that's it. Skye didn't get higher than 453. I'm going to actually go... edit, sorry. I'm going to go Skull Knight, Pumpkin Duke. Challenge. See that Skull Knight in action a little bit more now. You can see him right in the center, and he's up against a good team here, and he procced, and he's healing himself for 4. He dies, revives, and then takes out Immortep, so that was pretty good. That guy obviously didn't have a very good first line. Here's the Ares line, but that's against my super strong wave. So he's going to Ares my team though, but didn't Ares my Pumpkin Duke, but then his Vlad proc, so that's not going to end well for me. Nope, no good. Now my gimmicky team here comes up. Well, that's his gimmicky team. That's what I call. That's like my dirty wave. This is my dirty wave. That's the Atlantic Core wave. Basically, everything delays everyone. Try to delay the other team as much as possible until Atlantic Core procs. That's the strategy there. It's not a super good strategy, but it's okay. Ah, didn't get anyway. People tell me to refresh this all. I don't know. I always get something worse, so maybe I'm just unlucky. I do think that Skull Knight he's got to be placed with different heroes. So again, I just got the talent now. I got to experiment a little bit. He's obviously, when he's healing for 9,000 with, you know, some buffages, it's obviously looking good. But he did win that first wave for me here, leader of the pack here. He will obviously be really, really strong in this lineup here. Maybe substitute out Minotaur. You know, put Skull Knight there instead of Minotaur. Or instead of Spirit Mage for that matter. So, yeah, one more refresh. I'll save it for next time. You know, hopefully I win this one. So here we got a Lanacore here. Hopefully I can take him out before he procs, which I did. But then he revives on that. Come on, get him, get him, get him. Yeah, this is the downside on not having an ace. Wow, Druid's still up. That was like Super Druid. So that didn't work so well. Oh, well, that'll be an easy win there. My best team against his weakest team. That's just a waste of my good team. See, I got this team too strong. But that makes the case that maybe I should not move Skull Knight to it, right? I don't know. Who knows? Christmas Day video, 2015. 20-minute video. Nice. See? I do long videos, guys. Got it. One more. Refresh that up to a 457. I think I got to edit this. Let's put him on my good team. All right. Let's just put him on my good team. Let's just edit him. Oops, wait. If you ever make a mistake, you didn't want to take up your whole team, you just to do that. I'm just going to remove this one guy. Okay. I'm going to come over here. I'm going to remove this one guy. I'm going to put my Skull Knight right there instead. Man, I got to level him. I hate scrolling so far back. Okay. And then I'm going to come to this wave here, and I'm going to put that guy there. I'm going to put my Insta-Stunner. I got an Insta-Stunner now. Right there. Save. Done. And I want to go here first, and then we'll go my gimmicky team second, which is always pretty fun. Let's run that one. See how he goes. Watch the Skull Knight. Watch the Skull Knight. Got stunned. He's very... Whoa. Yeah, he didn't even need to heal. He didn't even need to heal. We killed it too fast. That's courtesy of the revitalized Pumpkin Duke. Remember what I said earlier? I feel that's an all-around better talent for him now. Look at that. Okay, this is not a fair fight. Okay, I shouldn't have skipped today because now I'm facing everyone that was pretty easy. So I did pretty good there.